Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. Today we have the 2008 presidential election if Al Gore was elected and re-elected in both 2000 and 2004. To begin, if Al Gore pretty much was the president at the time, Hillary Clinton would have easily swept the nomination. The Clinton administration would have been tied to the Gore administration and in turn tied to her, and the Democratic support for her would be overwhelming. But we're just going to choose Senator Obama for this sake because a lot of things would have changed. I mean, there wouldn't be party fatigue. And a lot of the factors that came into play probably wouldn't have happened. I'm going to factor in things like 9/11, the economic recession as well, just to give you a little bit of scope, because I can't really say Al Gore would have been better than Bush, because we've never had an Al Gore presidency, so I can't compare the two. So starting off on the West Coast, I forgot you can only single click for the Democratic Party on this one. For the Western Coast, these states are obviously staying blue. Pretty much all the solid blue states would be states like Minnesota. Actually, at the time, Minnesota wasn't even a safe blue state. But all the safe red states, most definitely Alaska. Pretty much a lot of similarities in the map we see today. Actually, Texas and North Dakota and South Dakota, not so much. Mississippi, same thing. I'm not going to fill that in just yet. West Virginia, not at all. Georgia, probably. If Georgia goes, Mississippi goes too, but I'm just going to leave North Dakota, South Dakota because they were around the same margin. Same thing with Montana. I'll leave that one open as well. Arizona was nearing the margin, but just because it's Senator John McCain's home state, I don't want to fill that one in for the. I mean, I don't want to put that one as a toss-up. Did I just fill in DC by? Okay. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, all of Maine at the time was reliably Democratic. So these are pretty much all the safe Democratic and Republican states. A lot more toss-ups than what you normally see. Pretty much the entire red wall was a toss-up come election night, but compared to where they voted in 2004, I mean, margins narrowed down up to 20%. States like North Dakota where Obama lost by 10%, and Montana where he lost by 2% actually. So that was a considerable thing. But looking at the map now, if there was an economic recession, it would look bad for the Democratic Party. And after 16 years of a Democratic president, party fatigue tends to kick in. But it is possible for Senator Obama to win. So we're going to start off with some more solid states. So New Mexico, that one would be more Democratic. I mean, that one was called right away. New Hampshire, not so much. I think John McCain would actually take New Hampshire with the party fatigue factor played in. Well, I don't know how I justify the New Hampshire call. I think just because it would have been a lot more brutal primary, there wouldn't be as unified as the Democratic Party. McCain would carry New Hampshire. I also think that he would also carry Indiana, West Virginia, and North Carolina, and Missouri, and North Dakota, and South Dakota, and Montana. Now, the reasoning behind it is I think these states only were close because of the economic recession. They were tired, and the fact that Obama spiked minority turnout. But with a solidified Republican base, and 16 years of a Democratic presidency, the 2008 election would have probably been a lot closer. And then we go over to a state like Virginia. That state, I also think John McCain would be the winner. Now, it narrowly went for Obama in 2008. That was a huge flip from 2004. But honestly, this state would have probably trended more Republican if John McCain had won it in 2008, and I think he would have won it. And then going down to a state like Florida, Obama carried it by 3%, with the party fatigue factor again played in. I assume Gore would have won this both times in order to win re-election. That one would go to John McCain. But then we go over to a state like Colorado and Nevada, where McCain once led in polling. I think both of those states will go to Obama with spiked minority turnout. Same thing across the Rust Belt. Spiked minority turnout would definitely land the state of Michigan, that one was pretty interesting. It overwhelmingly voted for Obama, but at a period of time, it was a McCain state. But overall, the Rust Belt, with spiked minority turnout in African American areas, those states would go to Senator Obama. Going down to Ohio and Iowa, both of these states. That's a really tough one. Going down to Ohio, honestly, I think McCain would pick up the state of Ohio. And my reasoning behind it is Ohio was not as solid as a state as you might think. Even with spiked minority turnout, there was still a lot of Republican voters that voted in Bush in 2004 and the year 2000. Obama really appealed to them in 2008, but with party fatigue factored in, I don't think he would win the state of Ohio, but I do think he would win the general election, and that's coming out of my call in Iowa, where he won more here than he did in Ohio. Trump won more here than he did in Ohio, so it was a pretty considerable swing. But overall, I think Obama would carry Iowa. putting him over the top, over 270, giving him a narrow victory over Senator John McCain. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll probably have another one out later today. Also, comment down below if you guys want me to do a tutorial for an election night. I've been getting a request to do that, but I'm not exactly sure how I would go about doing that because I can't really record my keynote that well. But I'll try to do something if you guys want me to. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow.